Now that you've created your list, the next step is to create a web page that people can enter their name and their contact details if they're interested in adding themselves to your list. So that in MailChimp is called a form. So to do that, log into MailChimp and then you'll click on lists to see, your page that lists all of the lists that you have. So under the list that you'd like to create a form, click the forms link. And there are two types of forms that we'll be using in this course. One type of form is the default form from MailChimp, and the other type is actually taking the form from MailChimp and inserting it into a web page or a blog page. So, but first, before we're ready to do that, we want to create the form. So here's the form, the default form. If you want to change the title of the form, because you see that I typed this wrong, then when you hover your mouse over the title, then you'll see these options, and I want to click Edit to change the title. And so then you just click in here and type to make your changes. Okay, and don't mind any of this formatting stuff. We'll do that at a later date. Click on Save Now, and it'll change your title. Then if you want to add any text in here, then you just mouse over the box and then this Edit button appears. So click on Edit. It'll bring you to that similar form, and then you can edit, save, and then come back here. And I'll scroll down and I'll show you the fields that default on your form. Now, to maximize opt-ins, you want to have people enter as little detail as possible into your form. That's been discovered after many people testing over time. Now, one of the things that I like to do is I like to ask for the first name instead of email address. So if you want to change the order of the form, then you just click on it, you drag it down, and then it'll appear after. So now I have first name and email address, and then I want to hide last name. Maybe I'll collect the last name at a later date. I don't want to delete it, but I do want to hide it. So when I click on the field, over here, field settings will show. And don't worry about anything on this. You just want to click on Hidden, and then click Save Field. And it will actually leave the field there, but hide it. And the next thing I want to do is you notice that the email address field has this little red asterisk. So that means that it's required. And if you only want somebody to have to enter their email address, then that's fine. But if you want to also collect their name and make sure that they enter a first name, then you want to click on first name, and then on the right the field settings show, again for first name, and then click on this checkmark required field that you see on the right, and then next click the Save button. And now you've made your form. So the very next thing, maybe you don't like these colors, so I'll show you how to change the colors. You click on the Design tab, and then on the right you'll see a variety of different categories or types of color themes and schemes. And so if you click on the theme, then it'll show you a different variety of, different combinations of colors. So as you click on the color, it'll show you, like if I click on this Easter morning, it'll change the background, what the page color is, and then this title. So you can choose, look around, choose what you would like to choose. I actually like this one in general, just a very simple blue one called Audrey Hepburn. And so those are the basics of creating a form. So you scroll down, scroll up, click on the Save and Exit field, and that is creating a form.